So, hello everyone, this is Deepak Joshi, and today we are back with another question from LeetCode, that is merge intervals. I know it is after a very long interval of time, life happens, and it happened to me as well. But we'll try to be consistent from now onwards, at least a video a week or a two video a week. I don't know how life is going to be from here. Okay. So the question is merge intervals. I know if you are here to solve this particular problem statement, then you already have been gone through this problem statement. It mentions that we have given an array of intervals which contains two uh, elements for a particular index, or which contains an array for a particular index that contains start and end positions. And what we need to do is we need to merge two intervals if they are collapsing. What do I mean by collapsing? Let's say, let us take this particular example. It has 1 comma 3 and 2 comma 6. Okay, 1 comma 3 and 2 comma 6. Are they collapsing, or are they able to merge? Yes, I think yes, because 1 comma 3 and 2 comma 6, they both can combine and be from 1 comma 6. Like, I can give you an example, real life example from this particular problem statement that I have faced uh, during one of my internship. Like, there was this app the senior developer was working on. It was related to some internal bookings for a booking room in the company, and we have to decide, like, how we are going to allot rooms to the employees of the company. This problem arised, like, if somebody books a room from 9 a.m. to 9:45, and another team of people or employees wants a meeting room from 9:30 to, let's say, 10 15, then how the distribution is going to take place? This is a real life anecdote from this particular problem statement. Okay, moving aside, uh, we have to solve this particular statement. How we are going to do that is, first of all, we have to take care that all the given data to us is sorted. Why do we need that the given data is sorted? Because only then we will be able to check, oh, this interval is from 1 to 3 and the next one is from 2 to 6. Okay, that means 3 and 2 needed to be checked, the last element of the current index and the first element of the next index. If somehow the, let us start calling 1 as start, 3 as end. Okay, okay, start and end, then again similar pair, start and end. Okay, if the end of the particular index is greater than the start of the next index, that means those two indexes can be merged. Okay, that is why we need a sorted vector or sorted intervals. That is going to be our first approach, and then we are going to compare all the elements. Simple, as simple as that. जितना आसान मैंने बोला उतना ही शायद आसानी करना भी है. Okay, let's see how we are going to approach this particular problem statement. First, let us calculate the size. How we are going to calculate the size? Simple. Okay, okay, my laptop is hanging. Okay, आज ऐसा पहली बार हो रहा है. I don't know why. Because I know the reason. Because I have applied a filter, or a very heavy filter, I think. Then what should I do is I should stop my video merging. Now it is not lagging. Okay. uh, int n equals to intervals dot size, and then I'm going to sort what the array that is given to us, arr dot begin and arr dot end. Okay, 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 okay. I think we are correct till here. Then what do I need to do is, like, what I can do is I can have an another array of vector. Wrong spelling, wrong spelling. Okay, okay, okay. Let us call it as answer. Okay. Then we need to iterate over all the indexes of the intervals. How we are going to achieve that is by doing I equals to 0, I is less than n, and then I plus plus. Simple. Okay, okay, okay. Simple. And for the current index, like, let's say I am at this particular, I am at what? I am at 1 comma 3. Then how I am going to get 1 and 3? Simple. How I'm going to do that? Let me not remove that particular comment. Simply by creating a start variable, which will be our current index arr of I ka 0th index. Okay. And how I am going to reach to the end? It will be from arr of I 1. Simple, as simple as that. Okay. Now I have got the starting and ending index of this particular start and end for this particular index array. What I need to do is, like, I need to check whether the next element is can be merged with this particular index or not. That can be simply done by iterating or using a for loop, which should start from I plus 1, yes, and should go till n and j plus plus, as simple as that. And we are going to check here is, like, if I am at not a, why I'm using arr, it should be okay. Let us call it arr, or should we call intervals? Should I use intervals here? Yes, I should use intervals here as well. I should use here intervals as well. Okay, if my intervals of I zeroth element, that remember remember the comparison that we are going to do for this particular for these particular sets of array. Let's say this is our array. Let me complete that. Okay, now how I'm going to compare, like, whether they are whether they can be merged or not. My end of the first element should be greater than or equal to the start of the next element. Okay, इसको टू बोलते हैं, and end of first, right? That is how I'm going to compare this. That means if my intervals of I comma 0 means my current element, that should be this one 2. Okay, is what less than equal to end, and end contains the ith index. That means this one 3. That means if my 2 is less than equal to end, what I'm going to do is I'm going to simply push or make my end as maximum of end, which one is greater. Like, if in this particular case 3 is greater, 3 or 6, जो भी बड़ा होगा, so we are going to take 6 in this particular case. How we are going to get that? By comparing the maximum end comma what end comma arr of j comma, like, which one is there, like, we are going to compare are this end, and this end is intervals of I comma 1, and here it will be I comma j comma 1, because we are going to compare 6 and 3. 3 is already there in end, and for this particular 6 we can write it in this particular way. All right. All right. And else, if nothing goes, if the comparison is clear, we can simply break. So as simple as that, and we can put push back this pair of start and end. How we are going to do that? Start comma end. Okay. Start comma end. Okay. Simple as that. Like, this should be our code, but there is some flaw in this particular thing. Like, we are going to compare, like, let's say I'm iterating, and 1 comma 3 and then 2 comma 6 have been compared. The first iteration was on ith iteration was on 1 comma 3. Now I'm going to compare for 2 comma 6, but there is no sense to compare 2 comma 6, because 2 comma 6 is already merged to 1 comma 3 and became 1 comma 6. All right, so how I'm going to skip or continue this particular iteration on 2 comma 6? Did you got that? Like, what I'm saying, I'm saying skip all the merge intervals. Like, if the interval is merged, I need to, or we need to skip them. All right, how we are going to do that? Simple if case. Like, if my answer dot m I know यहाँ पे तो मैं भी बहुत बार सोचता हूँ कि यहाँ क्या हो रहा है. Answer dot empty means वो answer dot empty is true. Okay, let's say तो यहाँ पे false आएगा. ठीक है, तो अगर वो empty नहीं है, ठीक है, and साथ ही में end is less than equal to, end means this particular end. Okay, all right. ऑल राइट, और जो हमारे करंट आंसर आंसर का लास्ट एलिमेंट है, दैट इज आंसर डॉट बैक, उसका जो फर्स्ट एलिमेंट है उससे छोटा है हमारा एंड, नो इशू, सिंपली कंटिन्यू, वी डू नॉट नीड एनीथिंग एल्स. ऑल राइट, so this is our what code to skip all the intervals that are that are already merged. I'm just cleaning my specs. Okay, interval is merged, we need to skip them. All right, so this has to be our code. I think it should work, or it should not work because we have not returned anything. Let me return, let me return, let me return my answer. Simple, as simple as that. And yeah, guys, like, let me know. Compilation error. Oh, I was not expecting that, because I was expecting that because I should use intervals instead of ARR. Like, yeah, guys, like I was talking to you. Let me know if there is anything on which we can work together, or any sort of thing. By working together means if there are any specific questions that you want me to solve, or any specific project that you want me to work on, or create parallelly, so that you can understand better and we can learn together from it. I'm happy to share that. I have my LinkedIn. Please ping me a message on LinkedIn and let's talk there. Yeah. Like 1 comma 6, 8 comma 10, 15 comma 18, and it says our output is okay. So we have merged all the what it should be. Okay, 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 okay. All right, all right, all right. That means we have merged all the intervals. There is a issue that I need to figure out. Like, what's the issue? Okay, what's the issue, man? Uh, let's start debugging. This is our, like, I have done everything right here. Yes, I think. Sort simple sorting, then start interval I comma 0 and end interval 1 comma I comma 1. And if the answer is merged, we need to skip them. How we are going to do that? Answer dot empty and end is less than equal to back of 1. All right. All right. Simple. Great. Then continue. Then we are starting from the next index only and comparing it. Okay, and then going till n and j plus plus. Simple. Okay, here is the mistake. Here is the mistake, guys. It should be j, and it should work fine, I think. Uh, what will be the time complexity for this particular from statement? I think, I think, I think many of you are going to guess it as n log n here and then n square here, right? Mm, I don't think so, because n log n and n log n plus n square is not the right time complexity, guys. Let me tell you what's the right time complexity for this one. Yes, you're right. In this particular case, the time complexity for this particular line is n log n, no doubt. Yes, like I can write it in a simple and sweet fashion. And here, if you look at this particular code, this is working from 0 to n, and then it is working from I plus 1 to n. It looks like that it is an n square time complexity, but if you look at it carefully, it is just merging and skipping, right? That means sometimes this continue is going to work and this is going to compare and break next time. It is simply 2n. It is going to retrace each element two times only. That means the complexity for this is big O of, I should write it in comments. It should be 2n. That means that overall time complexity is n log n plus O of 2n. All right. Yeah. So this is the time complexity for this particular prompt statement. For this particular solution, like, can we reduce this particular time complexity? Like, did the question demand? Okay, 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 okay. Like, what we can do is, I think we do not need this particular for loop, because what it is just doing is comparing and um yes, like it is comparing. What we can do is, we can simply follow a simple approach. Like, let me just delete it. If you want a screenshot, you can take, and then let's discuss. I just removed it. Let's say, uh, when we are pushing our pairs to our answers, when we have compared it, and then only we are doing that, right? What we can do instead, what we can do is, like, let's say, not each time both the two intervals are going to be merged. What we can do is, simply check whether if our answer is not empty, then check whether the end of the last element of the answer is less than the start of the current element. If that is the case, simply push it to the answer. uh, you can uh, repeat that. Yes, I can also repeat that. What I just said is, if my answer is not empty, that means it is filled with some sets of array, with some pairs of elements. What we can do is, we can simply check whether the last element of answers start is, I'm sorry, the last element of answers end is less than the start of the current element. Okay. If that is the case, that means both the intervals are not mergeable, and I don't know mergeable is a right word or not. Let me check. Mergeable exist. Yes, I think mergeable is there. Okay. So we can merge them. We cannot merge them. That means simply push it to the answer and move ahead. And if that is not the case, we are going to compare which element is going to be there in the end. Simple. What I just told, I am going to do that. What we need to do is we need to check if answer is empty or not. Okay, that is how we check, I think. And if answer is empty, okay, okay. Like what we can do is if answer is empty, or we can simply check here, like what I just told is check the answer dot backs last, that is end, and compare it to the start of the current element, that is intervals of ith 0. If that is the case, that means they are not mergeable, because the answers back for end is less than start of the next element. We are going to simply push it to what intervals of I. We are going to simply push it to the answers. And if that is not the case, that means there is a merging, there is a probability of merging, and we are going to merge that. We are going to do is we are going to update answer.backs first. How we are going to do that? By simply checking which one is maximum, like answer.back itself, or what, or the ith elements 1. Simple. End of the current element. The I think it should work. Yes. Yes, I think it should work. Uh, and Deepak, tell me, like how you are tackling that if condition that you wrote in the previous solution. Yes, that is the right question to ask. I think that problem or that condition has been already resolved in this particular solution, because if you check it properly, we have mentioned answer.back's first element should be less than intervals ith 0. This particular test case, this particular line covers that thing up, because what we are doing is if two conditions are merged, then the back of zeroth element is always going to be updated on the basis of this else condition, and the else condition is going to update it to this particular thing, the last of this particular thing. Then that means we are iterating that element but not updating anything out of it. All right. And the overall complexity for this will be in log n plus n, right? That will be in log n definitely. Yes. So let us run that. I have not run this particular solution, and I was just giving thoughts. Yes, I know that there is no pushback. It should be pushback. Yes, pushback sounds like pushback. Okay, okay. It mentions that there is no answer, there is no error, ARR. Yeah, it has intervals. Let us submit that, and let us just, yay, it works. It works fine. I think uh, this is the solution. And if you have any thoughts, please let me know. Let's see you in the other video. Bye bye. Take care, guys.